Hey everybody, what's up? Hope to see Dan the Answer Man here shortly. Just finished up on the chat for something flying around my face. Rev Resale and Nikki T, awesome people. I was asking in the chat, who's going live next? And Dan said, do it, Josh. So going live, gonna chit chat a little bit, but also just taking the time to get some listing done. So if you want to hang out and chat, feel free. Just really taking some time to get some listing done. Did my live show with Yakov last night and wasn't able to get my listing done. I've got to catch up on some listing. Hey, what's up, Babette? Got to catch up on my listing goals for the week. Dropped a no. I am in Virginia, Harry. I've just been an Orioles fan before the Nationals were here, so this was my closest team. Huge Cal Ripken Jr. fan growing up. So Orioles have been tried and true. I do like to go. I support the Nationals, go to their games. They're the close team now, but a long-time Orioles fan. What's up, Dan? I just figured that was a good little chat, and I'm gonna be doing some listing while we just go live. I hope you all are just having a good night. Maybe you're doing some listing. Maybe you're doing whatever. Yes, thank you so much. But yeah, if anybody's got any questions for me, this is just a fun night to hang out. Dan, I hope your night is going good, man. Been, I try to think ahead of time a lot, and been thinking of already making that Colorado trip, man. Already thinking. Oh, it's okay. Good little chat. We're talking with Uncle B, Jimmy, one of the best people that I love kind of chatting with and hanging out. And that's Yakov and myself. That's our little fun show. I am listing some yarn. If you saw my video that dropped earlier, kind of showing the process of getting all that yarn ready to see what the kind of comp value, see what that kind of value is. And so far, what I'm able to list this stuff at is going pretty good. So I'm excited. Her favorite thing to sauce, I know what you mean. I was just going to answer that too, Leroy. Her favorite thing to sauce, grilled Chick-fil-A nuggets with Chick-fil-A sauce. But her favorite thing to source, she's getting into sources, honestly. She, a pair of shoes just sold today that she picked out, that I looked over, and she says, do these do pretty good? They look to be in really good shape. She sold some good, really a good pair of shoes. $20. We paid $5.50, so we're hitting that over that $10 profit margin, which I like. So Iris Collins, I have a ton of yarn. Ton of yarn. Yes, yarn is great money. Yep, she likes to grill chicken nuggets. Hey, what's up? Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Oh, Leroy, it's good, man. I like answering both questions. But Harry, yes. For instance, did I already put the boxes away? No, they're right here. So I've already got these packaged up. This is a lot of 4. This is just the item number on it. But these 4 skeins, this is a skein. These 4 are a limited edition. They have a ton of solds. There were no listings. I'm selling 4 skeins of this multicolor yarn for, I think, excuse me, I priced it at $50 free shipping. This will ship out for about $8 or $9 if it goes all the way to the West Coast. I'm paying about, I think, 30 to 40 cents each on these. So really good money. I have 2 lots of 4 of those. So I have $100 in 4 skeins of yarn so far. So pronounced skein. See, thank you. You're helping me. I said it wrong just in all my videos. So thank you. Skein. I like that. Oh, awesome, dude. Paul, man, I love your dad, buddy. I really do. Thanks for subbing to the channel. Told me you're working on some great YouTube comment. This I'm hearing good stuff about this guy. He's working on some really good stuff. Yeah, just a nice little reseller that you know, full-time pastor. That's what I do. So I love it. Yes, very good profit on yarn. Even cheap yarn goes to the moon. The color, I have it all boxed up. The one for that one. Hey, it's the more you know now, Harry. So now in the future, you know to check it out. I see laundry boxes and totes of it. Usually it's about $10. If you can get a ton in there that still have the wrapper on it, even if it doesn't have the wrapper on it, Facebook Marketplace, people will buy the yarn by the weight, so it still does really well. But if you got the wrapper on there and it looks to be new and nothing's been pulled out of it, my quick math is I can look at them and know that I can get $5 profit. So $5 with shipping paid, or typically people will price them out at about $10, $9 with free shipping. It's going to cost about $4 each to send. When I buy those, I know that if there's like 20 of them in a tote, I'm looking at $100 right there. And if I can turn 10 into 100, I'm totally down with that. So, Babette's in College Station, Delaware. This guy's right here in Virginia. It's where I'm located. Dan's out in Colorado. Super, super looking forward to heading up that way. Leroy, I know you're from South Carolina, but where are you currently located? In the US of A. So true. Such good knowledge right there. Hey, what is up? I love the phone that you have in your thumbnail. That was the thumbnail for one of my videos. I found a bunch of vintage phones at an estate sale, and I was like, I spent $240 on an online auction, and I had to use an old retro phone just to make it fun. In Nevada, that's awesome. Buys it, so I usually get it. Oh yeah, that's good. That is good. But yeah, is anybody doing any listing tonight? I am listing another lot of 5 that I gotta fit into a 10 by 8 by 6 box. Yeah, man, come hang out with me on Sunday, because I'll be in town this weekend. I'll be out of town next weekend. It'll be myself and my wife, Mrs. Flips. It'll be our anniversary on Thursday. So it'll be our anniversary on Thursday, 9 years. So we're just gonna go away this weekend, have a little fun, a little family fun. I'm gonna give some deals on this stuff. Let's see, guys. How many of you came from Rev's like live just now because that was a really good topic. I didn't want to put it in the chat, but I'll tell you guys. 9909. Dan, I picked the date that I could remember as well. 9, 10, 11. But yeah, if you came from Revs, like, what do you guys think of? Hey, what's up, Joe? Yeah, your dad told me about this idea. I loved it, man. Guys, this kid is innovative. He'll be running the YouTube game pretty soon. I talked to his dad, told him, that I do reselling on here part time and stuff. And his dad told me about this idea. He's going to be going around and working on the paperclip trade up. And I'm looking forward to this, man. When I'm done with this, I want to subscribe to your channel. I want to watch this journey as this kid probably ends up with like a car or a boat or something. And he's starting at a paperclip. So I love that idea. Thanks for hanging out, Iris. Guys, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, like, if you want to tune into more stuff, I'd love to earn your subscription and hang out. I just love connecting with people on here, being an encouragement, having fun, telling jokes, getting some listing done, and really just answering any questions, stuff like that. So, see, Dan knows people out there that do this stuff. I remember a news story a couple years ago where a guy worked on that. He had made it to like Good Morning America. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, if you came from Revs, they were talking about the good, the bad, the ugly. I've been kicking around that idea for an actual 3-video series talking about those 3. Probably wasn't. I was gonna do it in a little different perspective. Talk about some of my bad sales, good sales, the in between, the things I screwed up on, just because I think it'd be fun. Because yeah, I'd love everybody to be authentic. So what's up, Shane? Thanks for hanging out. You ship in poly bags? I do. I just ordered some more poly bags because I have the giant 36 by 36, 24 by 24, 19 by 24. I had to get more 19 by 24s and really just all my poly bag sizes. I was running low. So my wife just ordered some of those for me. Super pumped about that. But if it's over a pound and stuff, I went to not a sponsor, but Matt over at Part Time Pickers. I was contacting him, and he said Supply Hut. So these 10 by 8 by 6s can fit, I think, like 6. Correct me, Iris. Skeins. I can get about 6 of those in there, not the 1-pounders. But what's really good, so I can get about 6 in there that I can stuff in there. And if that weight gets up a little bit, this box still qualifies really well on pirate ship as well because it's only a 10 by 8 by 6. It doesn't expand that 12-inch mark. So I do use pirate ship on, stuff that when it gets around 2 pounds, things like that. All right. Listed another set of 5 for $50. I have. Oops, I didn't select the shipping service somehow. Okay. 10 ounces. 10 by 8 by 6. Sorry, trying to remember to list at the same time. What's up? Thanks for hanging out. Where do I order from? I order directly on eBay. Let me finish this listing real quick, and I'll show you some of the ones that I have purchased for like through in the past. Great question. I started April 1st. It was like an April Fool's joke to myself. Started April 1st, been going, just checked 63 videos since April 1st. It kind of shocked me. I've just been trying to work on consistency, and not consistency in maintaining a same schedule, but just really getting out there. Making sure I'm working on content and connecting with this awesome community. I love it. But yes, as you were asking, Babette, so 2 that are in my cart right now for my poly bags. Like I'm getting 100 of the 19 by 24 for $20 free shipping. This is what it looks like because I'm trying to see the buyer. Yep, right there for $20.49. And then my smaller poly bags are really cheap. Right there. $12 free shipping. And then Supply Hut. If you search Supply Hut, I think on eBay, and just them as a company, that's who I get all of my smaller boxes from. They're very cheap. You know, I love using them. They'd work really well. I get the 8 by 6 by 4s and the 10 by 8 by 6s. So I keep a lot of those. But hey, I would love to meet some people. And plus, having somebody to chat with is really good if I'm going to be in the middle of listing as well. So if anybody, you know, I'll see who wants to join in, and if I don't, you know, I'm going to accept a few people. That is a good one, Leroy. If you guys didn't know, I'm a shoe nut. I am a shoe nut. So I get very particular on what kind of shoes I want to find. And there are some that are very rare in my area that I watch a lot of other shoe sellers, and even at their thrift stores and stuff, they're getting them on the regular. So there's a few brands that, like, when I find them, I almost go crazy for them. And then it's usually a bad condition issue. So for me, it's when I'm looking for a particular shoe that I know is going to do really well, that sell when I do get them really fast. I wish I could just find more of them, but I don't typically complain on all that stuff because I feel very blessed to be able to get the amount of shoes that I do get for the price that I get them. I'm very fortunate when it comes to that. So I don't say that to sound complaining, because I want a certain brand of shoes. It's just having a diverse store. When people are looking for certain brands, there's a few that I can't find. New release Crocs X Grateful Dead. Ooh, that is good, Annie. A cashew nut. Somebody else claim the channel name. Claim it. Dan, I think you should charge like $5 and just come up with YouTube names or eBay store names. I think that'd be really sweet. What's up, Nick T? Yeah, I was asking in y'all's chat. I was like, who's going live next? And you already said it. But Dan also asked me. He says, Josh, well, he didn't. I said, who's going live next? And he said, Josh, you go live. So doing a little listing. Listing that cotton or acrylic or whatever it is, money. 100%, man. 100%. But yeah, listing some yarn tonight. Got another lot of 4. But yeah, Nikki T, I was actually sharing with them before you jumped in. Like, loved y'all's conversation. It was actually like a little video series that I wanted to work on, the good, bad, and the ugly. So if you guys want to take that idea, tell Rev to go for it. But I love kind of being open with people, and when you mess up, just be real, be authentic. Yes, red heart is acrylic. And the boxes I have here right now is all she's gonna get on me. She's gonna make sure I say skein before the end of the night. But yeah, you guys were so awesome. Dan, what was for dinner tonight? Dan, you could literally just record 5 minutes of plate presentation for your dinners, man. I'd watch that. You'd inspire people to cook some good food. See? People want to know. Boy. Somebody's doing a 5-pack of that for $10 free shipping. All right. Well, they're only 3.5 ounce. Well, $10 plus shipping, so maybe I'll go 15 free shipping. So we'll see. But yeah. Green chili pork tacos with rice. I told you. Like, I'm right there with you, Nikki. That sounds so good. So good. But yeah, Leroy is asking, like, it was a good question. What is some of the stuff that, so you're, don't do it in an envious way, but you are learning products that are selling really well that you just don't see them in your area. I mean, if you're watching Harry Tornado, yeah, you're like, where are my pallets at Goodwill? But what are some products that you've been learning about, or maybe you've sold 1 or 2 here and there and you wish you could find more? It's a really good question, Leroy. I'm gonna pass on these for the moment. So what I was talking about is passing on these because they're going pretty cheap, and if it gets down to the last ditch effort, I'll sell all 4 of these for like $3 each, like $12. But when I have these small ones, I might make one like giant box that could ship for like $15, and I'll just stuff it full of multicolor yarn and do a good deal on it. So hey, they're checking with you to see if you are over 1K. Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. I do need to contact you about your prize, but I have to contact one other person because get something sent to you. But I typically do lot them together, but if I lot them together and it's still going to go on a low price, I'll actually put some like light colors and brands together and make a larger lot, just to move a lot of the cheaper ones. So if they're only selling at about $3 each, like the competition on those, a set of 5, I only have 4. A set of 5 is $10 plus $4 shipping. I don't want to try to undercut that to just barely sell them. So, but yeah, awesome. showing some love to you. Great job. And you've been getting back on the video game, and I would like to have you on the show sometime on one of our Tuesday nights. Love to connect with you. I know we talked about that. Hint, hint, Iris. If you contact me on Instagram, Flips, Finds, and Fun, I'll give you a deal. I love helping out people. You know, typically if anybody buys anything from my store, and they can send me an offer, and I love working with this community. So please, if you have Instagram, if not, I'll work out a deal with you in this chat. So, like these light blues, I think I have 6 of them somewhere. Yeah, Iris. Seriously, I couldn't cover all the colors with you. I gotcha. Iris, I purchased close to 300 skeins of yarn. So I have every color under the sun. These are 7 ounces. These have been used. They're not weighing out correctly. Boom, 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 boom. All right, Dan, you have to guess what Rev did, because I want to know what Rev did. Oh, sorry, buddy. What is up, Becca Sales? Thanks for hanging out. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. You guys are the best. My voice is a little like dry. Anytime that I, when I did the live last night, it's like the next day I recover a little bit. But I want to get to know some new people. New folks. We'll let people jump in, jump out, hang out. I'm just weighing yarn. Guys, I bought this shirt. Can you see it? It's like a Mickey that's he's a little down right now. I said it's Mickey from 2020. I'll let my buddy. Oh no. Dan, don't unsub. Don't unsub. Don't do it. Yeah, so Mickey's grumpy a little bit because I said it's the Mickey of 2020 because he's like, because nobody can get into the theme parks, he's trying to pay his bills. And so I wear this, so if people smile at this shirt, I hope it encourages them to say, even Mickey gets down sometimes, people, but we can all smile. Hey guys, I'm gonna let him in for a little bit. I've had him in before. Guys, say hey to Jacksonville's own Shane. Yeah, you might have to mute YouTube.
What's up, man?
It'll play that
How's it
echo.
going? Let me turn my
Just
volume
listing,
up.
man. Listing.
Oh yeah.
It's that whole other part of reselling. But yeah, how's Jacksonville treating you, man?
Pretty good. So my wife ended up getting COVID like
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
two
I'll be
weeks
praying.
ago. Yeah. Um, she actually was asymptomatic. So the only reason why we knew is because at her office, she is a medical assistant. So she checks people in whenever they come into the office before surgery and stuff. And she one of the patients had COVID and tested for COVID after visiting the office. So it was one of those situations where everybody had to go get tested, and my wife just popped up on this report that she was positive. So, we've been praying and trying to get everything right, but it's been okay. Nothing really changed. My wife kind of does homeschooling with the kids in the mornings anyway, so everything pretty much stayed the same. And I didn't get infected, so we stayed apart, and everything kept going along. So I'm glad everything.
How many days more of quarantine is she
It's
looking at?
actually done. Everything's done.
Oh,
We were
good, good, good.
weeks, which is why I wasn't on so much.
That's fine. But yeah, man. Shout out Uncle B. Thanks so much for that awesome show last night. Dan did the week before. That's like I got the powerhouse Colorado. Like I'm gonna call you guys the Colorado Thunder. Like y'all are just y'all are the two best people. I get to hang out with Aaron.
Smile.
Yeah, I get to hang out with Aaron tomorrow night on Best Offer Queens channel, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Everybody hang out there. Myself and Mrs. Flips. Shane, you just got a question. What kind of golf club you got there?
I have a King Cobra. Let's see if I can get this right. Can you see it?
Yep.
King Cobra 100, 3100.
Have a good night, Babette. But yeah, answer that question that Leroy asked earlier, because then I'll keep switching people in and out, when they come through. But what's that one thing you wish you could be finding right now? Like maybe you sold one here or there, and you just wish you could go get more.
So I just bought like two label printers. They were the thin labels. I couldn't use them for eBay because they were just not big enough for printing actual like postage. But they actually I got them with a print server, and I didn't know it was in the box, and neither did the thrift person. So like they were already in this box together. I sold the print servers for $45 each plus shipping, and they went overseas. They haven't even been delivered yet. And then I sold the actual label printers, one for 62 and one for 52. So all in all, it was like $206 in profit.
Nice.
And if I can get some more of that, that would be great.
I think Dan's wanting to know some info. Is that a single iron or iron set?
It's just a single iron.
And then I did see you, Iris. I do want to make sure, because I'll come back and double check this. Iris, you did put your email in there. Iris, I will get some. Yeah, see it right here.
Let me see if I can see the chat. Hold
on. So Iris, I will go back in here probably tomorrow night. And I'll try to get you some of the photos and whatever else. And then also, Iris, I'll be listing this stuff for the next couple of days. So you can check out my eBay store, Flips, Finds, and Fun. And, I'll leave best offers on. If you just let me know, hey, it's me, Iris, then I know that it's not somebody just trying to go crazy on me. So. Ooh. Guys, I'm staying away from golf clubs. I'm leaving that to all you, like, good professionals. I I'll spend one whole night listing like one putter.
Why?
What's up, the Mod Queen? The last two, the last rotary phone I had was a yellow one. It was a Western Bell. It was not up for resale. It was from one of their offices. Got decent money for it. It went pretty good. But yeah, Shane, I'll let you get back to listing, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for hanging out, man. And guys, he's representing the Jacksonville area. He's holding it down, staying safe. So take care, buddy.
You too.
Dun, 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 dun. I'll keep it in there. Keep this kind of rotating with people. I've got to know Shane before, but there's some other people in here I'd love to like hang out. And what's this I'm hearing about Yoshi being gone? Like, I just bought a Yoshi plush from SSK Promo Ken. My son loves it. Refrigerator. Yep. That's a trick that I do with quite a few products as well. Yes, that's very true. Happy birthday to the mod of all mods. I think she could just do mod training for people because she rocks it. She does such a great job, and she's in here connecting with this community. She's part of that glue that holds it together. Like, the only person that's right there behind her is Dan the Answer Man. Dan the Answer Man. Super awesome. Super awesome as well. And guys, I've been still chugging away, donating shoes. Almost filled up the first giant case of shoes in the hallway. Working with this organization, Souls for Souls. I think we're up to 40 pairs donated so far. Every pair of shoes I sell, I'm donating a pair as well to this organization, which goes and creates shoes for to start resellers in third world countries. I love this concept. Teaching them to fish instead of just giving them fish. They do hand out shoes for people in need as well, but they'll send this bulk lot of used shoes so that the local communities in places like Honduras and Costa Rica and India, so that they can have their own like small reseller shoe store. I love the concept. I love working with this organization. Trying to get one of them to jump in on a live with me one of these days. Been working with them, communicating with them. They have one of their big warehouses about 30 minutes from me. So going to be probably running that up. I'll film it for you guys so you can see and learn a little more about this awesome organization. So yes, the jacket did ship. 115 and some change out the door, Jimmy. Well, I'm gonna invite another awesome guy, Texas in the house. There was a lot of Texas represented all day today. I loved it. But this guy goes by Louie, but you know him as the Lone Star Picker. What's up, man?
Hey, dude. Doing all right?
Yeah, staying busy.
Yeah, I am too. I'm trying to get this late night stuff finished so I don't have to think about it sleeping in the morning. It's like, got my packages all packed and I just throw them in that thing and that's it.
See, I'm doing the system where I'm shipping every other day. and it helps me on nights like tonight. I can just work on listing tonight.
I want to, but it doesn't take a lot because I don't have I'm not, unless I'm listing like crazy, I don't have a lot of flow out. But I have certain times I'll do it, but that's about it. Just luckily, go ahead.
Nana,
I'm sorry.
Hold on, Nana. If I sing to Jennifer, I want her to stay on the channel. I don't want her to leave. I don't want to kill this.
No, don't. We're gonna pass because I'll give you a hint. There was 3 guys that just sang to her. They weren't that great, but they did it for her. It was over at what's his name? There's another live going on, so it's it's like Michael, and a bunch of the guys, Oscar and
Nikki T was sharing a lot of those. Now they said they're loving the beanie, man.
Yeah, I love it cold in here, so I'm getting ready for bed. Whenever I get ready for bed, I put it real cold in the house. I get under the blankets, go to sleep. It's hibernate.
Smart. Are you a fan of the weighted blankets?
Me?
Yeah. Have you experienced them?
Yeah. I mean, you mean that one that they're marketing? It's like really heavy, or just weighted blankets? You mean?
Just weighted blankets. Either have you sold any, or do you use them? I think my wife's kind of interested in one.
I think they're all out in storage. I started getting into it a little bit. Somebody was doing these little quilted ones and things, and I don't do it too much. But if it's I have to go by is it good quality? Is it a good design? And then my intuition tells me that's gonna sell. Then I'll do it. But I'm kind of I don't generally do, and I'm trying to stay away from clothes. I got so many clothes to get rid of. It's crazy. A lot of single stitches I need to go through. I need to jump on not Posh. I need to jump on Grail tomorrow and get some hats out of the way, dude.
Me too. I kept looking at my hats and I was going, I want to get this yarn out of the way just because it's in another room. So I'm trying to clear that room out. But I got 2 boxes of vintage hats still. I probably have
get it out of the way. I think what you're doing, and then when you explained in the chat, where you're divvying it up, I think you're going to do better because there's a lot of newbies and beginners, or just somebody wants variety.
Yep.
Make them a good deal. Main thing, get it out. Yeah.
And then with our clothing, my awesome wife does such a great job. She works on listing those, and
dude, I saw her in the back, man. She's really working hard. That's awesome. And then once you get the setup, I'm rearranging my setup. I have one space and I took it all down. So now I got to go back in the back room. I have what they call, what a flat file is.
Yeah.
And on that flat file, it's a dead space. So I'm going to put this kind of like a white paper that comes down on it. And it's huge. So now I can I don't care what it is size wise, I can put it up there and it's got room for light. So it's a nice staged area. So once I do that, everything's going to just go crazy. I'm just going to do the pictures and I'm going to start streaming it where it's just one day it's just do this or whatever from this time to this time. I'm getting motivated. So I just it's a lot more organization, but
I feel you, man. For me, it's just my new schedule. I talked about it a little bit in the chat last night. So no sourcing Monday through Thursday.
Oh, good.
My day off from my full-time job is Friday, and I typically source 9 a.m. to about 3 or 4. The deal I made with the wife is if I can't source, which today was tough. I took a half day hanging out with my son, and I was like, man, it's lunchtime at all the thrift stores.
Yeah, but and it's I with my daughter, and she's gonna be 18 this year, and so it's crazy how quick it goes. And now her birthday's coming up this week, and she doesn't even want to hang out with her mom or dad. She's like, I'm doing my own thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's all these years of I try not to use that time, whenever I have my friends want to call me or somebody's like, there's a live going on, I got my kid,
right.
I put family first, so it's I use that as an excuse to say that's the one time I get to say work and hold and it will, because if I can do it for TV or other stupid stuff, it's like, I can stay up late and do some work.
Yep.
We got it. Basically comes back down to the theory and the concept and the practice of like, and you get it from a spiritual perspective, is what do you need to sacrifice and when do you do it? Because we all have to sacrifice, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And it's I say it all the time. You create margin.
Okay.
I do the 24-hour pie chart. Where's your wedges? What are you giving to the most?
I love that you said that.
And I just go, okay.
It varies. Sometimes that pie chart goes from 24 to like 32% or whatever, and that's okay too. But like, kind of have a better grasp. Like, if I don't know, I have like a motivational board, and I have half of it dedicated to like, my stats, and the other half is I have to have at least one good mindful quote, and I also have to like take notes on like, this week is the week that I'm going to have to adjust this time and time, or whatever. Sometimes, now that my daughter's getting older, I'm like, listen, I'm going to be focusing hardcore. If you're going to be doing your thing, there's days where I'm like, so we're going to have to schedule each other's time together, and it's like, let's make this work, and it goes with all relationships in life.
Right.
You just got to kind of balance. So,
that's a good,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Score for Frank here. 70 vintage hats, $5 for the lot.
What? Oh, that's crazy.
Ton of vintage cigarette. Yeah, man. If you get especially the cigarette hats, do really, really well. That's a really good score, Frank. Yep. Man. Going through all the yarn just because I figured out, I did the cat's out of the bag now, but just on what I scanned, so just solds on the yarn was about 100 out of all of it. Yeah, it was a little over $600 in profit. So
I'm glad you did that, though. I remember your story, like you told me how the lady, and sometimes you got to diversify and do it up, Yep. But like we were talking about times, and like I've been really kind of interesting in this little thing, and it has to do with just because of the marketing of what we do. I leave my Fridays and Saturdays really wide open, and usually, like by Thursday, I start getting the jitters. Like I can feel it. Like I want to get up early. I want to like just get out there, and I'm already in the hunt. I'm like a dog, like starting to, my tail's sticking up, and I got my foot, boom, and if I find something new, like in multiples, I'm like, can I sell that? Do I want to do that? Like, I hear the lament, like, I did buy some golf clubs for some the other day, and I'm kind of like you, and like I don't, I know a little bit about it. I get it in theory. But there's a lot of work you got to do with those things. And if you pick the wrong thing, like I picked a putter the first time I ever bought golf clubs, I picked a putter, and it was like a kid's putter. I didn't know, those weren't worth as much. And it's like, oh crud.
And that's what I say. It's like I don't knock anybody. If you tell me you could sell used baby wipes and you found a niche for it, go for it. Because that's what you're gonna do. And that's what I said. I see so many guys that are really good at it, and I would just want to keep pumping them up. I'm like, rock it out, man. Like,
but I tell you what, if I find the ones that I hear them mention, I'm about to grab them, and it's like, there's a couple names that are like stuck in the back burner of my mind, like I know better to look. Whenever I see a Nike golf club, I don't care if I can get it for like $5 or less, I'm going to buy it.
Right.
Stuff like that. You kind of just go, oh yeah. But in general, we got to stick with what we, I don't like that term, stay in your lane, but it's like, you should be able to do whatever you want. Like when you found all that yarn, what is the potential profits there? It is work no matter what. You got to bust your butt. Like, oh man, now I got to deal with this. And I heard you talking about weighing it and stuff. I'm like, that's faith, that's being faithful to like what your profit margin is going to turn out to be. You're being honest. You got it all legit, and nothing's going to go wrong. You just list it now, which is the hard work. We have to do it.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, I liked learning about it from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's something that for me, I have to build another listed area for shoes. So I can't really list. I went crazy hard listing shoes.
Yeah.
So for me, yarn is something that I can take the photos, list it, put it in a box, tape it closed right on the outside of the box, and it's just ready to put a label on and go.
And I love when you get like, and you make your multiples and you realize, oh man, I got like 6 of these. One picture, boom,
Yep.
6, and like you said, you know, and for you, like stuff like that, you can put them in poly bags. You don't have to box yarn up, do you?
Well, I just don't since I'm running low on poly bags right now. That's honestly just
I got you.
Just because I don't want to burn through until my other ones get here. I haven't.
Wait, dude, you better get it going because fourth quarter's coming, man. Like we got to get our supplies going, bro. Like I'm watching my stuff drying up, and I'm like, oh man, yeah.
Big Bob's Bargains, man. I have a ton of vintage pantyhose I have not listed yet. I got out of an estate sale. A ton.
I listed some the other day. They were like Calvin Klein's, and I'm like, what am I doing with these brand new vintage? And it's like, you know, I got a watcher, and it's like nobody wants them yet. Who knows? You know?
I got 70 or 80 packs. Like it's crazy.
That's crazy.
There's some good putter knowledge. Odyssey, Ping, Scotty Cameron.
Sell vintage. I'm reading the screen versus I need to read the thing here. Yeah. Knowledge just gain researching that yarn will pay off for you. It's true. No, he may be kind of like a little bit of cynicism in there. I could see Jimmy kind of like, you know, jabbing you, but it's true.
I'll share with you guys because I was telling I chat with everybody after the live a little bit.
Yeah.
So the numbers that I shared were only for 100 of the 250. There weren't sport comps on another 150.
So you still got a lot to do with.
This potentially will be a $81 to over $1,000. So, and then what I did for a good friend of mine. So I mentioned in the video, I got good friends. She makes hats, scarves, and everything. She lives right down the street. They go to church with me.
No. You're preaching the choir. I got a place down the line, and it is all it used to be like this old empty crack house, and then they clean it up, and it's like this old area I'm at, and they posh it up. It's a Weaver's. It's like a Weaver. It's called Hill Country Weavers. And they before the pandemic, that place was jamming. Like they had night little sessions. They had classes. Then they had like people coming in the early morning. And I'm like, what is going on? And they really poshed it out. And I poked my head in the windows and I'm like, yarn all over the freaking place. I mean, it was crazy.
Well, I reached out to my buddy. My wife says, hey, why don't you contact him? I said, hey, man, I got a bunch of this yarn. Do you do anything with if I have one here? So this one didn't weigh right. See, it's a little loose. It's missing maybe an ounce or two. So these, I won't list as new. And I have some that the wrapper's totally gone. I said, do you do anything with partial everything? He goes, oh, yeah, she blends colors on all of her scarves, hats, and everything. He goes, what do you have? I said, I got 20 pounds of loose yarn. He goes, send me pictures and give me a price. He goes, I'll take it. She goes for all that stuff. And I was like,
and then see, that's just it. You can make these contacts, which is important for us as resellers, is to always have your outside connections and other like deals on the side, because you can't handle it all on e-commerce all the time, you know, and if you got like mass quantity, like, yeah, you did good. You did good.
So my main thing was to get all of it out as fast as I could. Well, not all, but either listed and inventoried or the excess small stuff. Let them get a great deal. I'm already in the profit. Let them get a great deal.
And you know what? You're doing it. And then like, you know, you can come into it with negative attitude and stuff like that, you know, and like folks like us and like and Emily and stuff, we talk about like these mindsets. Like you can come into and like, oh man, just freaking do it. Just get it. Once you get to like 1/3, just a quarter of the way starting in a project, you're going to like, you know, it's always sitting there, even if it's in draft mode, like, okay, I got to get it done now. And it's like, you know, you get whatever you need to do and just, you know, shut it out. Once it's on there, money comes in.
Shout out to Jimmy last night. I can't thank him enough. That's what I did with the wrestling figures. He gave me great advice. And what I'll do is I'll pick a night and I'll list about 15 of them. I'll let them build some traction. I try to keep my store diverse and my listings diverse.
You know, and that's what I love. Like we keep bouncing these ideas. Sometimes it's redundant, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it just needs to be. It's like a prayer, you know. Like you got to keep saying it, saying. Like, and so one day it like really sits, and you go, "Man, it's happening." You know, it's like boom, the energy starts flowing, and like you guys were talking last night. I was kind of listening, and I was listening, and I was trying to, you know, do some stuff, and I make a phone call with my daughter, and then all of a sudden, I think it was Jimmy said something about, "Oh, the best quarterback in the world, you know, John Elway," and I'm like, oh man, and I'm like, nah, you know, and I was like kind of razzing him in my head going, don't even start. And then I went, oh, I got this John Elway coin. It's a collector's coin. You know, I'm like, that sucker needs a Sal. I woke up this morning, it's sold.
Oh, I had one of those. I gave it to my brother. He's a huge Denver fan. I got it off an estate sale, and I looked it up, and I said, he's helped me drive like an hour and a half because I don't have a truck.
Good for you.
He's driven with me to just go. He's there now into reselling, but I said, man, I found this and all this stuff. Here you go, dude. And he loves it, man.
Yeah, did it like come in like a little black box and it's in its little coin protector?
Got its little paper authenticity sheet on the top. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna send mine to Jimmy, and then I got up this morning and it's sold. And I was like, oh well, it's gone.
So I'll go ahead and tell you what your prize is because I was thinking it through, man, and I love supporting this guy. So
Tesla's here, Dave's here.
Dave, the man. Are you working late night tonight, Dave? Well, testing the water, man. I love that he can say he's testing the waters all the time, and he literally is.
That's a metaphor.
But right here, I want you to contact Sal, pick out what you want. It's on me. I like to honor my people. You won. You knew the best info in the live last week. So I'm going to contact Sal and say, hey, Louis is going to get a hold of you.
Who, me?
Yes. I want you to get whatever.
You're talking to somebody else. Dude, Sal's awesome. He makes some. I was writing Sal. I was giving him all kinds of ideas. I was like, dude, you can do this and you can do. He's like, yeah, you know, like, well, you already probably know about them. But I was like, well, cool. That's awesome, dude. You don't have to do that, dude. Don't worry about it, man.
No, I want to. Dude, I want to be honoring the people, man. And like I said, I was like, that's something cool. I love supporting Sal.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, I'll contact Sal and say, hey, Sal, send me the bill. I'll pay for it. But dude, get you a custom support Sal, but I also want you to have something cool, man, in your hands.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, and then I'll pay it forward one day. It's like, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Sal makes some great art. He's like, I think it's art. You know, it's like you put something like that on there, and it's like, you know.
It's so funny that Dave jumped in because what Uncle B said earlier. He goes, yeah, I'll retire off of yarn, and then when I retire, I'll just start knitting. And I said, no. I was like, Dave prints on socks. I'm gonna make my own socks. I got yarn for days.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like if there was somebody like that where you know, the two, you know, you guys sort of like, my socks are better. They're like, I'm gonna, you know, and like you have this competition like where this like goes on for years, this rivalry.
I'll just supply them to him and then he can print on them whatever he wants. I'm telling you. I gotta get the stitching. I gotta get the stitching.
Snitches get stitches.
But hey, Louis, I'm gonna let somebody else jump in. Like I said,
all right, dude.
I'll reach out to Sal, and dude, I'll let him work the contact with you, and I'll just tell him to send me the invoice. All right.
Appreciate you, dude. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Have a good night.
You too, man. But yeah, anybody that wants to jump in, please do. This is just a fun time for me to chat with people, get some stuff listed. My wife and I talked. We are gonna upgrade our store. We are surpassing some fun listings, and sales are doing great. So, gonna be working on going to the next level of the store. Don't even know what the numbers are. I just know I need to do it. Does anybody know the new numbers? For instance, I was paying for the 251, which gives me 350. Like, I can't remember what the next one is. It was 500. I think, did it go to 750? You get 750 free listings on the next store. $1,000. That will be amazing, Dave. Because, bro, I have the inventory. I just got to get to grinding, man. I can't find good retail. I can't get the good retail spot at that price, man. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for the next 3 years, man. Yes, and the 3-year plan is to have that little office space like you have. Our next step is to get we're going with Lonnie's. level. I want to get a shed. I already have one, so it'll be our second shed. One is for the house. This one will just be to where I can insulate it, drywall it. I know how to do all that stuff. I like doing that stuff. But move the stuff out of the house, make it a more peaceful home with some of the rooms. Move it out of the house, get it out there, turn it into the inventory, the photography area, stuff like that. I'll run power to it. So really just keeping my eyes peeled for good deals every single weekend so we can go ahead and get that shed. Looking at a 12 by 20. So my driveway is, I don't have a garage on my house, but my driveway is enough for 2 cars plus a little bit of walking space. It's about 24 feet wide. So it'll go, I want one of the long ways sheds that has the door, you know, kind of facing out. One of the longer sheds, 12 by 20. So it'll be at the end of the driveway. I can come down my side porch, go down the steps, and go straight into the shed. Really, 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 really good, you know, area to do that. And it's got some tree coverage, which will be really good. That it'll keep it pretty cool. Lonnie's the guy to show you. If you go back and research the whole process of insulating, getting the AC in there, getting the space heater, his climate is pretty close to what ours is in Virginia. I know yours is about the same over in Kentucky as well, Dave. So that's what I'm actually just going to be working on, getting that started, getting the stuff out of the house, having a spot to just go do work. Like I said, the goal is for my wife to be able to walk away from her job. She'll take over the day-to-day shipping, listing, getting all that stuff done. But I still want her to feel like she can leave the house and go to a place and do work. It's just a little bit easier. Lonnie said it really well. Lonnie said it so well. He was just like, it just feels better to get out of the house and go do some work, because you'll get too easily distracted, even if it's in your backyard or your driveway. I know Dave could probably like attest to that. Getting to go somewhere and get the work done, like you can get into a cool zone, which I love. So, what's up, Krillin in the house? Yeah, that would be really, really good. Really, really good. You got that shed that you're not using? Convert that space into something good. 240 listings. Yeah, I'm approaching 400 listings tonight. Once I finish up what I'm going to list tonight, I'll hit 400 listings tonight. So my goal is to have 500 listings. Shoot, I could be at 600 listings if I just list all the shoes. I just don't have space right now. So that's my big goal, is to at least get to the 500 mark. I'm seeing great sales every day. I'm running 13 to 20 on average, 13 to 18, which I'm going every other day to the post office. So I'm averaging about six to 7 sales a day. So it's doing really well. I'm running out of space, people, and I got to upgrade the store. They're going to start charging me for my listing. So having fun. Yeah, I remember you sharing that, Dave. You're actually talking about that on the podcast with Lonnie and John, man. And you were just like, yeah, this place popped up, and you got that good friend eBay seller down the street that you're just able to work on that program with, and you got a deal, bro. Like, you got such a good deal, man. Like, that's what was really cool. You can't beat that deal. For all utilities included, guys, go check out Tesla Picker, like, for real. If you haven't seen that video, that was such a cool video. He gives a tour of the spot. Such a cool spot. I love it, man. I love it. Good job, man. Yeah, when you get serious about it and you get those cha-chings, it's like, sit down and write out that plan. There's another thing that Dave said. He said he's got his 2-year plan. Like, I love that when people make goals, man. It gets you into another gear. It is so great. Nice. Yeah, we're going just to the mountains. We'll be in the mountains of Virginia next weekend for a little getaway. And I told my wife, I was like, yeah, you know, we got to do a little bit of sourcing too, right? I love being in different environments and just being able to find some different unique stuff. So we'll be about 3 hours from home, hanging out in the mountains, see what I can find. Planning some good trips next year. Yeah, if some of my mods are in here. If you could, I'm making a few more mods right now, just looking at it. I'll never jump on the YouTube chat. But if you could, just link Dave's channel in here. Definitely want anybody who's new to this game picking up his knowledge, his goals. I love it, man. Just a down-to-earth dad, a good dude, just does what he can. Husband, father, just all of it, man. And then you can ask him if you don't know why his name is Tesla Picker. Talking about setting goals, people. I've been trying to work out the price of this yarn, people. Yarn. There you go. Dan will help out even through Instagram, people. I told you guys. Hit him up. So what's everybody else listing? I know Shane's doing some listing. Anybody found anything good? It ain't even got to be like crazy money stuff. Like it ain't got to be the $300 thing you found. Are you just finding stuff that's selling for like $10 consistently? You don't need to share your honey hole, but do you have a honey hole? Like, are you finding that good connection? Like, that's what I love seeing everybody talk about, man. That's the stuff that gets me hype. It just gets me like, it'll get me fueled up to go sourcing this weekend. Since that's when I'll be able to get out and conversate with my local Goodwill employees. Krillin, was that with Leslie? MTG cards when I'm done with this. Nice. There we go. There we go. Yeah, hit it up. Blow him up. Make him the fastest growing YouTuber because he don't even make that the goal. But do it for my man. There we go. That's the goals right there. What did you say, 2 years? You say 2 years, Dave? Is that what you're going for? There you go. The link to a good little spot there. Hold on. Let me make sure you're a moderator so people can jump on there. Cool. Retail store, nicer version of TJ Maxx. Krillin, are they going out of business or was it just like a good liquidation clearance? Because definitely, folks, like because stores had a long time opening, since they did have such a struggle getting back open and they had old stock, Like especially shoes. I love selling shoes. I've been able to pick up some incredible stuff at some ridiculous prices. So retail arbitrage is definitely good. But yeah, Krillin, is it just a blowout? Oh, they're downsizing. Really, really good ones to find. Lonnie and Justin. Justin also RVA flips. Man, he beat me to a lot of stuff. He lives 20 minutes from me. So he's been beating me to a lot of stuff. But they just did a really good job with a big retail chain like closing down. So chicken all the way. Chicken all the way. Now, if he's working on stuff right now, he hasn't gone to Taco Bell yet. Because usually it's like Taco Bell and it's bedtime. Or it might be bagels tonight. We never know with the world of Krillin. Yeah, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and also Ross. Ross is another really good one if they have it in your area. Sorry, I'm just still working on my listings. No, man, if you got the vid up on YouTube, man, I'll just come check it out, bro. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Annie says leather vest and jacket with HD patches in the crest. Nice. She doesn't want him to come after her. Krillin, people want to see your content, man. Make a video. Get Consuela to do your intro. I'm telling you. No, I am not the best person on clothing. I am not the best. I just know that I look through every search engine resource that I can, just so I can like get the word out there, like to say, all right, I found it finally. So no, I like some of the jackets that I just got, I put them out there to try to get what I could, info on them. I was able to find some sold comps that were no listed, but I've gone through Google, I've gone through just everything I can. Like, so I just dig around. I find any type of model number or anything on the tag. But Google Lens, if you can pick up any good identifiers on it, but if it's just a standard jacket, it might be a little tough. But I will tell you, Krillin's a good guy to connect with on some clothing, especially some high-end stuff. I know. I'm telling him, like, make videos, Krillin. People have such a good YouTube influence, and then they don't want to do YouTube content. But I get it. It's not for everybody. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, Krillin, if you're still listening, man, talk to Big Bob's Bargains right here. He's got some Ralph Lauren leather. It's a good person to connect with right there. American flag flown in Desert Storm by a Marine unit. That's what you could change his name to. Bobby Influence. That's a tough one there, Annie. Anybody have any advice for Annie? She said she's got this American flag flown in Desert Storm. She doesn't have a place to display it. What should she do? Guys, throw Annie, Javelina Flip some advice on what to do with this. That's good. Getting some watchers. Watchers on the yarn. Some good stuff. All right, guys, he's here. I think he's here. I don't have a cool intro for you, buddy. But he says he's got a video, so let's see what he's got. Let's see what he's got.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Well, I know you do buy some stuff from retail stores and flip, so
yeah.
I did find some high-end stuff. There's a it's like a department store, but I said it's like a fancy TJ Maxx. It's called Century 21.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard you say that before. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Tom and I, we were talking about that. That there's a lot of these places, but they get a lot of stuff that's like some of the stuff they have is like missing buttons, and some of the stuff is like, but once in a while they get like high-end stuff. I'm talking like super high-end stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then of course it's like, oh man, I gotta go run and transfer PayPal money and this and that and this, because you know how it is. It's like,
right.
Even though you have death piles, and it's like, oh, I just spent the, $1,000 over here, 500 with Leslie or whatever it is. But when you find deals. So let me show you a few couple items that you don't find. This is not. But if you do find it, I just want to show you. So, but anyway, here's the funny part: is I'm actually literally. Let me flip the camera around. These suits were they were on the clearance rack, but they were like blowing them out clearance wise because they were like thrown in a ball. Okay. So I literally have to steam these suits they were brand new suits at a retail store. And you're like, it's like literally they just blew them out just so they didn't have to have them in their store anymore. And there's still some more pieces, of course, you're always like, should I go back? But I want to show you, this is like for suit people. This is like a creme de la creme piece right here. This here is, do you know about suits at all? Really? Not really. A little bit.
No, I mean, I know the generic stuff, but
right here. This here, if you ever see this, a suit, you run and you buy it. You see this brand here?
Yeah.
Can you see that? Okay. This suit here, I don't know if they have the original price. Okay. Oh, here's their store. Because, all right, here's the thing is this. Now, can you read that?
Yeah.
Okay, what does that say?
You got 1331.
Okay. And it was like 85% off of that price, right? But you see that 13, is it zooming in? Well, anyway, but you can read it. It says 1331, right? Now, it was still like 80% off of that price, okay? Now, that 1331 was the clearance price. You got me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was just trying to let everybody see the price tag and everything.
Okay, all right, but I was saying this is not the factory. That's the like you know how like TJ Maxx has the TJ Maxx tag and the real tags,
Yeah.
from Ralph Lauren or something. This is like their tag from the, see how it says Century 21 right there? You can see that?
Yeah. So what was your buy price?
I paid $250 for this piece. Now, here's what's crazy. This 1331 is the original price that with 77% off came to be 1331. So I don't know, I can't do that math in my head right now. So that's got to be like what? Like $5,500 or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you ever see that brand, and like I have to, like these are the pants here. I'm trying to like steam them out because they're like, oh, like this. Literally, all this stuff was like thrown in. I have no idea how this kind of merchandise got literally thrown in ball. All right, so let me chuck this over here now.
It fell off the back of a truck, man.
I swear, man, it literally fell on the ground or something. Now here's another one. This is another brand. There's a very high-end brand here. It's called. You see that? Can you read that? I don't know how well you can see that. Can you see that, Josh?
Yeah, man.
No?
I was making you large so everybody could see it.
Okay. No, I just didn't hear your voice. That's why I want to make sure you can see it.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that brand is called Isahia, and this is another very very high-end brand, almost as high as Brioni. Brioni is like really top. This is like one of the top, is like right there. But you see how like wrinkled all this shit is? I mean, would you ever expect to find in a retail store to buy something that was like wrinkled beyond belief? Anyway, I got to make sure this thing is not running out of water. Now, let me put this to the side. So here's another jacket. This is just a sport jacket, not a suit. It's a jacket by itself, and it actually had a couple of minor spots on it. But this is, I'm sure you've heard of this brand. Everybody's heard of this brand. This is Giorgio Armani.
Yep.
And the black label. This is the higher. So a lot of times you'll see Armani Collezione, which is, it's just still good. It's good. It's not. I mean, look. Obviously, if you find it at a thrift store, if you find a Collezione suit, you pick it up, and if it's clean and if it's in style, whatever, I definitely pick up Collezione. But this is the higher end. This is their high end. This is the one that's made in Italy. This is like a linen blazer. It does have a couple small little errors, but I mean, these jackets are like brand new or like $2,000 and up, and I paid $50. Now, but you'll see that brand. The other ones is hard to find. Brioni, you don't see it, but you find it. Now, this one here, this gray suit, I listed this one already. This here is another brand that if you find is really good. Not as known for their suits. This brand here is, anybody in the chat can see, this here is Brunello Cucinelli. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. They're known for their cashmere sweaters. They make some of the best cashmere sweaters that you can buy. So, what was I going to say? So, if you find Brunello Cucinelli and anything, you buy. You always buy.
All right.
So,
well, I got a question for you. Yeah, turn your camera around because I got a question for you, man.
Well, let me show you the last one.
Okay.
Okay, because I have one more shot. This here is super wrinkled. I was like, shit, I don't even know if I should buy it because it was so wrinkled. But it's a brand called Canali. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now this brand is another high end brand, not as high end as the others, but still very high. Still very high end. And this one you're more likely to find. A lot of men's shops do carry Canali. This isn't like one of those ones where it's so high end. Like this one brand new was probably like $2,000. I don't know. So 78% off was the original price of $550. Oh, the original value, okay, was like 24. Okay. So this is very high end, but not the super high end. So all right, so now let me flip it up. Okay.
There he is. So, dude, why aren't you making videos on this stuff?
You know what it is? It's like I'm not gonna sit there and edit and this and that and the other thing. It's too much. Because that's another thing too. Is this? I'm already behind. Look, let me show you something.
Oh, I know your death pile, man. Like,
okay, all right. No, well, maybe there's people who haven't seen it.
Yeah. Show it to him.
All right. So as of right now, okay, it's about eye length, I guess. About eye length. Now it goes from here. Oh, a little dip. This is like a mountain range. And it goes up. This is just about chest range. And then here I bought the more bags, more stuff, more from that place. Like these jackets here. Hold on one second. Like you see this Theory. You ever see Theory?
Yeah.
Like these are like more casual jackets. Nylon something. I don't know if it's zooming in. $600 jacket, $12 buy price.
That's a good buy price.
Yeah. So now, here, this is another one, another Isakia that I picked up. So at that kind of prices, I can't. You know how it is. You just can't.
Yeah.
I can't say. Like even this jacket. Hold on 1 second here. So even this jacket here was kind of wrinkled up. I have to. Like this is like a decent name. This is Jack Victor, not like a huge popular name, but the original price here. Okay, so $52 and 90% off. So what was? I'm trying to even do the math. What the hell could have been the original price? Can't even think. But anyway, this jacket was $10. 100% cashmere here. 100% cashmere. How am I not gonna buy that? And then more stuff in here. Still got a lot of stuff. Got stuff up and down. Still got this. Bitch. So you know what I'm saying. So you got to do what you got to do.
I know.
And this is my baby over here. This Brioni. When you find anybody in the chat, I'm sure somebody in the chat has to know what Brioni is.
But what's funny is like you I just got outbid on a pair of shoes. I'm cool with that.
Were you sniping?
No. I put my point, of where they're at. So like it's a bonus buy, so it's not like I'm at a loss for it. I'm kind of like, all right. I give my cutoff. But dude, like, do you watch Lonnie shed flips?
I used to watch him more when he used to be more of a night guy, and he used to do more night videos. Yeah. So
the layout of your warehouse, you could do such good videos just walking back and forth and stopping and talking about a suit, and you got knowledge on a lot.
But Lonnie, but here's the difference. Lonnie is good at Lonnie has a technical background. Lonnie used to work for Apple and everything. Like he's I would say above average technologically gifted. I'm like boomer tech. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not good. Yeah.
How many views does your Consuela video have?
I don't know, what, 80? 80?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You have such people around you, like you could do no edits and they're gonna pump your videos, bro. People
No,
like Krillin. They like Krillin.
No, I know I know I can get a little action, but you know what happens is I have so much stuff, like even now. What time is it? 11:38. Yeah. Oh, I am lazy. No, I'm admittedly lazy. I'm not,
Dave said it right there. You wouldn't need too many edits at all, man. It's like what you've just done on this live could have been a video.
Oh, I know. All right, but I'm just saying. All right, so you could bring me on, and then you can cut it, and then make a video, put it on your channel. So, but what I'm saying is, it's like I got so much stuff to list, and so much stuff that what. And I'm always like I'm very what is it called, clumsy? Not clumsy, but like when I'm filming, like when I'm out, like I drop the camera.
Yeah,
I'm not dexterous. I'm not. I don't have dex, because you have to know how to hold the camera.
You don't have dexterity.
Well, yeah, and you have to. I don't even hold the camera right. It's supposed to be sideways, and people make fun. I don't know how to do any of that crap.
He would do better on
TikTok. Yeah, but I thought TikTok was for like young kids.
They would watch you, Krillin. If you put your fanny back on.
Listen, I don't want to know nothing about kids watching me. Trust me, that's the last thing in the world I want.
But Krillin just do 5-minute videos a day, unedited. You'd like people would just watch him every day, man.
Yeah, but I know, but I am lazy. I'll admit it. I'm not like, but and I'm not. I don't have much confidence. And
bro, you like people like you. They like you because you're you, which is good. And I'm not joking, man. You have more confidence about a market on clothing that a lot of people don't touch. Like, even if you just talked about that market.
Well, like suits, but there's a lot of people who know suits way better than I do. I'm not like.
No, you're thinking about your region and your area. Nobody else is shopping. Dave's not shopping suits in Kentucky. I'm not shopping.
Yeah, but in Kentucky, they're not going to have, Loro Piana and Brunello. They're not going to have that.
Tracy said a bunch of e-girls on TikTok, Bobby.
I don't want to know nothing about e-girls. All right. I don't even know why I shouldn't even know what that even means.
Krillin raw and uncut videos. I'm telling you, man. There's a demand. You could film it wrong, backwards, and then end every video in the Taco Bell drive-thru.
I don't know. I'm thinking about Taco Bell tonight, but
Number 6, chicken all the way.
Yeah, I had a nice. It's funny. I was gonna take a picture of my lunch because I did show this guy once in a while. I go, you know who Andrew is, right? From England. I mean, from Wales, whatever. So I go on his show a lot, and on Fridays. So one time I don't know if I showed him. We were talking about Portuguese food. Well, one time I showed the Greek food that I picked up. That souvlaki, which probably I'm gonna have tomorrow. Tomorrow's what? Thursday. So tomorrow I'm gonna get the Greek, and then today I had the Portuguese steak sandwich, and we were talking about Portuguese food. I'm like, I was talking. I should have made the video today. I had one. I ate it in the car. I don't know if you ever had a Portuguese steak sandwich. It's like nothing like. This one I was upset because the bread was a little stale, and I feel bad. Like, I feel bad to complain. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to break balls too much because these guys, they do a good job. Like, it's okay to break balls once in a while, but but the bread is what makes the sandwich. Portuguese bread is the freaking best bread. I've had bread all over. Portuguese, they make.
Here, I remember your one order because I actually, for Tommy, I calculated the calories. I won't share the calories, but
I don't know.
A number 6, chicken all the way, 2 nachos, a Doritos Loco Taco.
No, I wouldn't get more than, yeah.
and a side of guac.
Yeah, 3,000.
No, it wasn't that much. It was like 1,600. It wasn't that bad. The guac was probably the worst. And the nachos. The nachos were bad.
I don't look. It's not like, and when I eat my lunch, like when I had like today, I had that Portuguese sandwich. I had that at like 5 o'clock. So I'm not eat. It's not like I ate like at 11 o'clock, 5 o'clock, then 10 o'clock. Like, I didn't eat anything. It's like a dinner. It's not like, people think it's just like an add-on snack,
No, we're not judging you for what you're ordering. We love just to hear you order. That's what you're forgetting, man. There's so much stuff that you're doing on a regular daily basis that people would tune into and watch.
I don't know.
I was telling Yakov the same thing last night. Yakov's like, I don't know. I said, Yakov, you have so many subscribers because people just want to hear Yakov. Like they love Yakov's opinions.
Well, of course, because he lives a different lifestyle than us, so it's interesting to learn, how people live differently. How do people source? Like, when we go out on Saturday mornings to go to garage sales, right? He can't do that. That's not something he can do. So it's one of those things. It's like how do people do different things? You know what I mean?
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. Because what you're going to source is not as readily available for everybody else. That's something that you should be striking like a gold mine, man. Just like there are people in different parts of the world that specialize in like. Why'd you smell them?
Well, because you want to make sure they smell, no?
You didn't do that before you were getting ready to package them? Like,
what are you talking about? I'm going to package them now.
Before you listed them.
No, I'll tell you what. Tommy always likes to break my balls. Of course, no shocker. These were listed with my old background, with my on the porch where I have the vinyl siding. So here he goes. So he whatchamacallit, I have like pictures. Everybody has that. Like, I'm sure you have that when you first started taking pictures and you look at it and you'd be like, oh my God, look at those pictures, right?
Oh yeah. Somebody's watching one of my very first listing I ever made. I have a watcher on it, and I was like, that's an item on the rug in my spare bedroom.
Yeah. So this is the one that I took on the side. It has like vinyl siding in the background. And of course, he's breaking my ball. What kind of photo is that? Ain't no photo. So
that's what Tommy does, though.
That's what Tommy does. So, make a story short, I'm just packing that up, and then tomorrow we got Leslie. She's got a sale tomorrow, but I'm gonna go anyway because she's in the neighborhood. I'm just gonna say hello. Because that's another thing that's important. I don't know if you guys talk about that enough, but the relationships are very important.
I try to support that with a lot of people, man. You need a resource list of connections of people.
Yeah. Well, but it's more than just a resource list. It's not just people you can call when you need them. You want to be around.
No, that's what I mean. It's not just what I'm saying is the resource list. So I know in my area, there's 5 people that deal with higher end or especially vintage clothing, right? But I have one guy that we talk on the regular, and it's like he knows I like shoes. He'll drop me some vintage Air Maxes, and it's because like if I run into him, I find something for him. I want to. Yes, the reselling brings us together, but it's because we get to just talk and catch up and.
But I'm talking more like the suppliers. Like a lot of times people are like, oh, I can't find. Like I really like the estate sale. Obviously, you could tell because you know what? When you go to the estate sales, you can buy a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? You can buy.
Oh yeah, I did a lot during the quarantine.
Yeah. From where? From estate sale?
Yeah, like. It was an online auction for the whole estate.
What's the name of the site? Max Sold?
No, it's a local guy. he calls it it's in Virginia. It's priority auctions.
So is it third party auctions, or is it he has the site, does his own auctions?
He does the site, does his own auctions. So he's into real estate. So he gets contacted by, so like the one I went to was a retired doctor moving to Florida. Guy lives on a golf course. He buys the house to flip the house and just lists the contents all for auction.
That's brilliant. And that's the guy who, but see, I'm surprised he won't sell nothing to you before it goes up for auction.
No, he will. So what he'll do is he's so fair that I don't need to go through everything. Dude, he lists, so like he'll list the whole dresser and all the contents for $1.
That's exactly what. Now, I've been pushing Leslie hard. You know, she's older.
Yeah.
And so, like, she's a boomer. So, and obviously, I want to get into the estate sale business to do that on my own. But
Tracy's asking if he'll sing a lullaby to Yakov before he goes to bed.
Yeah. I don't know the song they play on the radio.
They said or a Russian mafia mob song.
No, I don't know anybody in the Russian mob. So, but what I'm saying is, I do want to get into the estate sale business. You know, I want to do sales. You know what I mean? But, but anything else? Because some people are like, oh, just do a sale. I mean, I've done some sales for people in my neighborhood, people who I knew, and I ran it for them, and they, I got a percentage or whatever it is. I didn't take much, whatever it was. I didn't even take a percentage per se. They just threw me a couple of $100 and I did it.
Right.
Now, they really did not have anything in there that was like super collectible. Because that's the thing. What happens is the guy who I'm with, this guy Matthew. You've seen the antique booth next door, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh yeah, you should do your own sales. I says, but look, I don't even really know much. You have to know about furniture. You have to know about glassware. And that's what I do watch so I can learn a little bit, on here. But you do really like for example, Leslie has an online auction going right now. Like I was just saying, I was the one to push her to start doing the online auctions.
Yeah, people, you gotta watch your words. You said you're pushing Leslie hard, so no, but Marrakech had a good idea, bro. Do a live show tomorrow at the estate sale.
I don't know how I could go live. I don't even know how I would go live. I guess there's a button that says live. I don't know. And it just record, but it's not. It doesn't record on the phone.
No, that's right. He has to have a certain amount of subs to do live on the app. So you do have to have a certain amount. But dude, just contact Tommy. Tommy would show you what to do. Tommy knows all the.
Yeah, but he doesn't even answer my Instagram.
Because he's playing video games.
I know this guy. He's got it real hard.
No, Tommy's been crushing it, man.
Yeah, because he's got it good. Forget it. He's got it. He's got the world by the cojones. Yeah, I'm coughing. How are you guys doing with coronavirus? All right.
It is what it is, man.
Is it? Are you got rising cases or dropping cases or?
I don't even pay attention to numbers anymore.
Oh, but I'm so but they don't have, but like restrictions wise, you can go to a restaurant.
Oh yeah.
No mask. Well, with a mask, I mean, you can't in a mask in a restaurant.
Mask is universal.
So mask in the grocery store.
Yep.
Okay, but obviously restaurant there's no mask because obviously you can't eat through the mask. All right. So now I gotta pick out some of my items now that I sold. I sold a bunch of other stuff mixed up. So I got to pick my items. I wanted to list the other stuff, but it's yakking away.
I know. That's what I'm in the middle of. I'm going to end this soon because my goal is to get 40 items listed. So
what, for the week?
No, tonight.
You gonna list 40? How you gonna list 40 items in one night?
I've done 27 so far. So.
All right, now let me ask you one question because I'm gonna jump out of here and then because I gotta do this thing, whatever. Do you when you do your listings, or do you take the photos? Like, do you do like one listing at a time, or do you took like pictures of 50 items, and then how do you do it?
So my wife helped me with some stuff, so she didn't help tonight. So we have a good little system. I'll typically, so like my theme tonight, I picked up a bunch of yarn, so I'm working on yarn.
I saw that on Instagram, I think, right? Instagram.
Yeah. So I comp them all out. If I comp them and I want to sell one, I'll save it as a draft. Okay. So like if I already know, so I have 100 automatically. I have 100 of these that I already had a draft saved because I saw it sold, you know? Okay. So then all I got to do, so my wife brought me, she organized them by lots, by light colors. All I have to do is stack them up here, take photos, make sure the listing's good, post. So she'll do that with shoes for me. I'll give her a bag of 10 shoes.
You don't count that as, that's one listing, not like
right.
40 yarns.
Right. Yeah, that's one listing. But so like same thing. I'll list 10 pair of shoes in here. She'll create 10 drafts on 10 other pair of shoes in the living room. And then all I have to do is photo those 10 shoes. So
it's different. It's not, you guys are working together. It's not like so it's really not 40. I mean, you're not doing 40 listings. So.
Oh, it is 40 listings. It's one paycheck. So.
I understand. I know it's going to the same place, but I'm just saying, you're not a one-man band,
Oh no, you're always going to be limited to as much as you can do.
You're right. No, I'm not. I'm not criticizing.
No,
I'm just saying.
I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, heck yeah, dude. I want to get on the level of doing 400 listings a week, and that might mean I have to pay 3 part-time people.
Yeah, that's the thing is before the apocalypse, I wanted to hire somebody, and obviously, that didn't work. I mean, but I did luck out that I have this space where that I rent, even though she raised my rent, but that's another story.
Right.
But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna let it ride though, because initially I was supposed to pay a percentage of the electricity. What happened? Excuse me. I was supposed to pay, but then she never really asked me for the money. I mean, I really don't run. I just run the dehumidifier and these lights. I don't really know how much they. I wouldn't even know what or my percentage is.
Right.
But I was only paying her for a long time, like $350, which for a room like this, and I have access. I can come in and out whenever I want. I was kind of not getting over, but but I was.
You were getting a deal.
I was getting a sweet. Yeah, we call that a sweetheart deal. That's what that's called. I was getting a sweetheart deal, but she was doing good too because she's lucky. Sometimes that happens in life, and then people. It's kind of like, there's the old expression, life is not a zero-sum game. It's like sometimes people think, oh, well, this guy got over on that one, the other guy got over on the other guy. A lot of times, you know what? If she tried to rent it to another guy, maybe she's going to rent it to a scumbag who's going to steal stuff from her, or leave the door unlocked or something like that. You know what I mean? So she's lucky she has somebody honest like me. You know what I mean? Because most people you're going to rent to are not going to be. So, that they're going to respect your, your merchandise and all the other stuff. That's the crux of the matter. I mean, she's lucky she's got me, and I'm lucky I got her. So anyway, she's up to the 500. I'm giving her the 500, but it's but because this guy I was asking, because this guy, what's his name? I got to see the other guy, Dave. He has a video where he has a new office.
Yeah.
See, I'm like,
Tesla.
Yeah, he messaged me the link.
He got a really great deal, and that's the thing. Like, he knew somebody else in the building. Great connection. He has a great partner to go into the space with. So like, it made sense for him budget wise because he can expand, out of the house. It's like none of us are putting additions on our house to run a store.
No.
They are. Somebody make a video of that, but
it's not. I feel bad because he has like I'm like 3 videos behind on him. I know he had like 3 videos that I wanted to see, but then what happens is like you save it, and then I save the other video, watch later, and then you look, and then you're like, you got 15 watch later videos, and then you're like, what the, Then when I'm deleting my watch laters, then it's like, oh shit, 3 months ago I wanted to see this video, That's what I'm saying. The pre-recordeds. That's what I figure. Most people are not watching the pre. I mean, I guess they are watching the pre, but I don't know when they're watching these pre-recorded videos, because I can do working hangouts and bullshit while I'm working and talk blah blah blah. But when you like, for me to like, if I'm gonna do work and then watch the video, and then it's like, you can't. It's not like it's a Joe Rogan podcast where you can just listen and then work. But if it's a video saying, oh, by the way, this is where I put my stuff, this is where I put this, it's like, you have to watch it, You know what I'm saying? It's
I know it's the give and take, man. I was like, some people will do lives. I like doing lives. It's cool, instant connection. But at the same time, nobody's gonna go back and rewatch this. They're not rewatching a 2-hour video.
Well, it's funny. It's funny because all we do is tell each other. Like I told Tommy, I said to him, because he's like, oh, I don't want to make pre-recordeds. I says, but what you can do is, like, shit. You could do like what like they clip the videos, like on Joe Rogan. Let's say he has a guest on. Those podcasts are like 2 or 3 hours. Now, guess what? I'm not interested in listen. I'm not going to listen to 3. I mean, how many hours you have in a freaking day? So what happens is they clip it. So if they're talking about, like, if it's somebody, and it's like, all right, this is why I tuned in, because I want to hear this guy talk about what's going on in politics or whatever it is, Corona. They clip it to like 10 minutes because that's really what I want to hear. And if I want to go back and listen to the rest, then you can do that.
Right.
So anyway, I'm gonna get back to work because I can't look on my phone to see what I have to because I have about a dozen items, maybe a little less, that I have to ship out tomorrow. What I like to do is the night before I'll pack up the items, and then tomorrow I'll drop them off and then do whatever I got to do. When I have the printer at my house, so what I do, like, my thing is, I like to wrap up the stuff, then do a couple of listings, get the pictures, whatever it is, and then what was I gonna say? Wrap it up and then go home, and then hit the drive-through or whatever it is. But
that's what I do in my office. That's got almost everything in it.
But you have a day job, I thought.
Yeah. So, but what I'll do is all my packing orders, I do them at night, so I get them all ready. But that's usually a low list night. So tonight I'm not shipping. I ship every other day, so that I get at least 3 or 4 nights a week that I can just totally list and not pull orders. So
I think I'm gonna go back to every other day. The only reason, because what happened was, during Corona, I didn't want to go to the post office that much, so I says, you know what, fuck it, I'm only gonna go every other day to the post office. But then now with all this crap, they say, all I see is, delays. Like even eBay, when you click the label, it tells you, oh, you may have a delay. Did you see that?
Yep.
So it's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna, because now they changed priority is now like 2 to 5 days, and what's the other one? The first class is, which is smart. I mean, they should put more days. If it's not gonna get it there in time, then they should put the other. I don't know. All right, man. I'm gonna jump out. I'll talk to you later.
Take care, man. I'm gonna end this for everybody. Have a great night. Hopefully, you have a great day tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Sub if you haven't already. Check out Krillin's video. Check everybody out that was on this show tonight. They did a great job. This was a random show. You all just showed up in such a good way. I appreciate all of you guys. Like, y'all just show so much good support with everybody. I saw Louis heading to bed. Good night. Yeah, just thank you all. Iris, I will get in touch with you about some of this yarn. Like I said, Dan. Oh, definitely, man. Be sure to subscribe if you guys haven't already. Thanks for hanging out. I love doing lives. We do a show every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Myself and Yaakov Benz, we interview different people. We like to get to know them as people. resellers, but also just them, kind of what they do and what they bring to this community. I love this community. Everybody have a great one. Keep changing the world one sale at a time, and I will talk to you later.